This is Fitness Blender's Express 5-minute abs and obliques workout. This routine is a challenging 10 exercises with 25-second intervals and no rest. We're only going to be going through one round and you're not going to need any equipment other than an optional exercise mat. Let's not waste any time, so let's get started with our first exercise, the toe touch crunches. Go ahead and lay flat on your back, legs straight up above those hips, crunch up, trying to get those fingertips all the way up to those toes, get a nice tight squeeze every single time. Now it's okay if you let those knees bend just a little bit, but if you can, try to keep that leg completely straight, that knee completely locked out. And we've got just about 5 seconds left until we switch to the next exercise. Stay in the same exact position, get those legs straight up above those hips again. And start. I want those legs completely straight. Up with those legs as wide apart as you possibly can. Then slowly back down again towards the ground, bring those legs back together, pin them together, and then bring them right back over top of those hips. We're almost done. And we're going to be doing those knee tucks next. Go ahead and switch into that next exercise. Come up on that tailbone, tuck those knees in nice and close, hands just behind you on the floor. You extend those legs out away from you, and then crunch forward as you pull those knees back in. Every time you extend those legs, you lean back, keeping a nice flat back. Every time you pull those knees in, you kind of crunch forward, doing a little bit of a mini crunch towards those knees. Got just about 5 seconds left until we switch to the next exercise. And go ahead and switch it up. Our next exercise is the back bow. So flat out on your stomach, arms extended out over your head, and start it up. Nice and slow, lift your legs and your arms. Try to keep your legs and your arms as straight as you can, arching up as high as possible. Try to get those thighs and that chest up off the ground as high as you can. Just about 5 seconds left. We're almost done. And let's go ahead and switch it to hip raises next. Go ahead and roll over onto your left side first. Tuck those knees back behind you. Go ahead and start up. Lift those hips up really nice and high. Tuck that shoulder underneath, trying to get a really nice tight squeeze on that oblique muscle from the base of your rib cage to the crest of your hip on that bottom side of your body. So just try to make sure you're getting as much range of motion as you can. We're going to switch sides here in just a second. And just about 5 seconds left. And go ahead and switch it up. We're going to do the same exact exercise, just on the opposite side. And start up again. Nice high hip raise. Pulling that shoulder underneath you. Remember, you're trying to get a nice tight squeeze on the bottom oblique from the base of that rib cage to the crest of that hip. Pulling that shoulder underneath down towards that hip every single time you raise those hips up. Again, just about 5 seconds left. We're almost done. And go ahead and let it relax. We're switching to crisscross crunch. Lay flat on your back. Extend one leg out, hands back behind your head. One leg's hovering just off the ground. The other knee's going to be tucked in just above that hip joint. As that knee comes in, you're going to crunch your opposite elbow across towards that knee. Get a good rotation and a crunch forward. Then slowly extend that leg out as you draw the other knee into that same position right above that hip joint, crunching across with that opposite elbow. We're almost done. Just about 5 seconds left. We've got a static plank coming up next. And go ahead and switch it. Roll over onto your stomach. Go ahead and pull up into that plank and hold it. You want to bring those hips up nice and high. Try to keep a nice straight line from your ankle all the way up to your shoulder. Make sure that back doesn't sway. Make sure those hips don't droop. You want to keep a nice solid straight line. Those elbows should be directly underneath that shoulder or tucked underneath you just a little tiny bit, keeping those shoulders pushed down away from you. We've got just about 5 seconds left. Go into a recline twist next, so go ahead and flip it over back onto your back. You're propping yourself up with one elbow. Go ahead and start it up. That left leg comes up, your right leg comes across the outside of that left foot, making sure you're getting a nice tight squeeze, an abdominal crunch, as well as that rotation, making sure that leg comes up as straight as you possibly can every single time. Almost done, just about 5 seconds left. And we're going to switch it to the other side next. Go ahead and get yourself adjusted. And start it up, lifting that right leg, Bring that left arm across. Again, nice tight squeeze, nice crunch, and a rotation, making sure you're trying to keep that right leg as straight as you can the entire time. We're almost done, just about 5 seconds left. And let it relax. All right, that's it. You just finished Fitness Blender's Express 5-minute abs and obliques workout.